Hello and welcome, mourners, to Dirge of Mourning. I am your host for this episode, Andrew A. Graves. Today's video is an introduction to funeral doom. So what is funeral doom? Easiest way to explain it is heavy metal and classical dirge music. Now, just in case you're unfamiliar with both styles of music, I guess I'll start with the heavy metal side of things. Heavy metal is just a more heavier sound of rock music, essentially. Think AC/DC, but a bit faster with a bit more distortion. You get the general gist. Now, for classical dirge music is sort of like, as the name implies, classical music, but for funerals. Most famous example is, and I'm gonna butcher his name here and I do apologise, Frédéric Chopin with the Funeral March. Funeral doom isn't focused on playing the fastest song or the most complex guitar solos or blast beats or any kind of like experimental, extreme, fast-paced musical style. Its main purpose is to create an atmosphere of grief and loss. This is where the doom part of the name comes from, or comes into play here. A slow, methodical sound of despair and pain. Alongside the lyrical content, for the most part, there are themes of death, dying, mourning, sorrow, grief, etc. In other words, the lyrics are to make you feel like you're at a funeral. But one of the things that stands out about the lyrics in funeral doom, and in my opinion here, is that they tend to be very poetic and thought out compared to other heavy metal genres. The lyrics tend to be quite short. 1 or 2 paragraphs is usually what you'll find, but sometimes there's more. Which now brings me to the vocal style for funeral doom. Typically it's a sort of death growl or guttural vocal sound, with some clean vocals added in there every now and again, just to kind of set the tone of like the sadness that the lyrics may be trying to portray. Sometimes the clean vocals could be done by females, though that's not always the case. Males do tend to do clean vocals as well, and in some rare instances females also do the death growls as well. Now, last but by no means least is the length of a funeral doom song, which can range from 7 minutes to 25 minutes in length, or even longer depending on orchestrational elements and other factors, which can be of course a turn off for most listeners, but I do encourage you to stick through it, listen to the entire song, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised of how beautiful the music can be and why I consider it my favourite style of heavy metal music. Well, mourners, that'll do it from me, Andrew A. Graves, and remember, every day is a funeral.